That was only one hand. Hey, everybody. That was only one hand. Here's the tag we're going to make today. Super cute. Poinsettia. That's what we're going to attempt to do anyway. Hey, ladies. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday evening? I have been busy all day. All day. So, let's see. Am I crooked? Is the whole thing crooked? Is my whole world crooked? My whole world is crooked. Let's fix it. I had to move everything for mystery stamping because then they had to see my face. They didn't get to see what I was working on. They just got to see my face as I talked about what I was doing. And then they were supposed to be making a card with me as I told them what to do. So I told them to have a piece of a card base and to have some strips of DSP, and they had to put them on their card and all the things. Oh, snow on the ground. Oh, my goodness. I don't want snow on the ground. I am delighted that it has cooled off a little bit in central Georgia, but I do not need snow. I lived in North Dakota for a few years, and I don't ever need to see snow again. So, unless like it's in a picture from a distance. So, this is the card. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've already cut out my little poinsettia petals. But, to start with this, we're going to start with the, you know, I love to do, like, making it look old. So, we're going to just sponge on the edges just a little bit to make it look, yeah, I was going to say that's the right color. We're going to just make it look a little antiqued. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I think I went over the whole card, the whole tag, because it's a lot darker than the back. So, we're just going to go over the whole thing. So this is Crumb Cake cardstock. It's cut to 4 1/4 by 2. Then it's punched at the top with the delightful tag topper. And I had all of that done before you guys ever even joined me. Oh, I need to stamp now. Okay. So now I'm going to take my stamp Christmas Cheer from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. My favorite Christmas stamp. You know what I saw the other day. This made me happy. Hi, Rhonda. So, I say that this is one of my favorite stamp sets, and it really is. Especially at Christmas time. But, you see this little tag that's on the back of here? This makes this an even more special stamp set to me. Because this stamp set was given to me on the Greek cruise that I earned with Stampin' Up. That was my very first incentive trip, and oh my word, was it just the most amazing thing ever. Hot. Hot. Hotter than the face of the sun in Greece. But, so much fun. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp Christmas Cheer all over this tag. I say all over more than anywhere else. And most of it is going to get covered up. But this one here at the bottom we'll be able to see for sure. Which is why I did it first. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? I told you about dropping ketchup on my foot the other day. Haven't had anything like that happen lately. Or today. Anyway. I'm a mess. Okay, so there's that. We are going to, so these little petals are poinsettia petals. There's 3 different sizes that all go together to make the poinsettia. There's 3. I cut them. Hi, Vicky Parsons. Out of the, what is it called? Hang on. Wonder of the Season paper. And the Wonder of the Season has the foil on the one side and the words on the other. So we're using the other side. But I just kind of like the way it looked. And the poinsettia petals, look, I have this, what, poinsettia? You never heard it pronounced like that? I don't know. I grew up in New Mexico. I don't know. So, there's 2 pieces to each one of these little dies. Yes, I have them taped together because they are quite a pain to line up. So, it has the embossing part and the cutting part. And it's 2 separate pieces, but you have to get them little boogers lined up. Okay? So, I have them taped. Because I cheat. And I also have them cut out already. Because I cheat. So, yes, it's painter's tape. So it doesn't stick really, really good, but then it doesn't pull your paper apart either. So, okay, so we're going to sponge these boogers. Because I don't want a white poinsettia. I guess there are such things. But I want red. This is cherry cobbler. So I'm just gonna sponge it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get, this happened the last time. Do you know what takes that off if it doesn't just wash off? Alcohol. I went to go see my nail lady once and I had pink on my nails. She was like, what happened? I said, well, oh, yes, Phyllis, that does make sense. Mark it with a black pen. Yeah, I could do that. Maybe if my tape wears off, I'll do that. So, she told me to try alcohol to get the ink off, and it works beautifully. It's probably best if you just don't get it on your fingernails, but sometimes. Oop. Stay down. We'll bend him back. Okay, 1 more of these. Then we'll do some leaves. That's a good idea with the marker. I think that really would work. Probably better. It's probably not nearly as sticky. Although I like for them to stay still while they're on the... while I'm cutting them too. So that helps to keep them still. Okay, and then for the... leaves, we're going to use shaded spruce, which is a really, really pretty green color. I don't know, I have red on myself and I'm getting it on my leaf. We'll just have to cover it up. So, I had card class this morning. I had 7 ladies come to card class. That was fun. Made some nice cards. Do I still have them here? I have them here. I'll show them to you in a minute. Oh, yeah, Phyllis. I put tape on the... Oh, yeah. I tape my things down all the time while I'm cutting them out. So they don't wiggle. Because these little guys, if you get them, you don't want them to get underneath. Like, you don't want the embossing part to get underneath the cutting part. Otherwise, I'm afraid it'll ruin it. So, I really like for them to be still. Okay. Then this little guy, the center. Yes, I stay busy. I'm going to put a little bit of... Did I use brown? What color did I use? Maybe it's crumb cake. We'll try crumb cake. Which probably means I need a different sponge because that one's going to be too dark. Okay, so let's get some crumb cake. Almost lose that little booger. See him over there? Almost lost him. Okay, that'll work. Okay. So, we are going to put this guy together using glue dots. Look at me. I have ink all over myself. Okay. So, glue dots. I don't know how y'all use glue dots, but this is how I like to do it. You find the little glue dot, you put your thing on it, it's just easier to me, and then lift it off. So then your glue dot's where you want it. I kind of want the words to be right side up. At least, mostly right side up. Not that anybody's going to read the words at all. But there's just something about it that makes it look better to our eyes. Okay, then we're going to take, oh, let's get the little guy before we lose him. See my letters on there. Okay, and then we're going to get the leaves. That leaf, those letters are not going to be right side up. And so I just put the glue dot on there, kind of figure out where I want it. I think I want it further in, less showing, I think. Because it's not a real big tag. Then this guy's going to go on top, kind of. And then we'll do a couple more towards the top. Yeah, I cut these leaves all wonky. So they're not, the letters aren't right side up. It'll be okay. Pretend like I never said that about having the letters right side up. Okay, so there's the poinsettia. Woo, kinda. Hang on. We're going to Winkastella it. You see it's shiny. Okay? So Winkastella, if you don't know, is basically a glitter pen. Now, here's what you need to know about the Winkastella. We're going to do it. We're going to use the brown first, right? And then we're going to go over here and get the brown off of it. And then we're going to do the red. This will really come in handy right here when we do the, go from the red to the green. I don't know if you can see it shimmer. But do you see the red on the pen? It'll wash right off. That's no problem. We're just adding shimmer. I probably should have done this before I put it together. But it's fine. It'll be just fine. Just fine. Life in my craft room, you know. Okay, so now we got to get the red off. See, the red comes right off. And now we're going to do the leaves. So then they're all going to be shiny. Okay, there we go. Now it's all, the whole thing's shiny. I'll get this green off so that then the next time I go to use it, I don't have a green polar bear or something. Because nobody wants a green polar bear. All right, so I am going to, I'm thinking ahead. I'm going to put the ribbon on the top because I don't want to mess up the whole tag after I get it. Anyway, so this is going to go on the top. So this is shaded spruce ribbon. It comes in a pack with something else because it's not labeled on there. And I don't know what the label pack is. I don't know what it's called. It'll be in the description. But I don't know off the top of my head. I do like it though. And this was the first time I had used this was on this tag. So I do like it though. I'm going to trim this. And then I'm going to tie it. At least I think I am. With gold. Gold, there it is. I knew I had it. The gold ribbon. This is from Forever Fern. I know where that one's from. It's not labeled either. But I do know where it's from. Okay, so we're going to tie this. It cracks me up. I have red all over myself. A neat crafter, I am not. I can make a mess in a minute. Okay, so with this one, I have to tie a knot first because it likes to slide. And then a bow. Just like that. And you can leave the ends as long or as short as you want. Okay. So then we're going to add our poinsettia. And we'll put a few glue dots on the back. And then we'll decide where exactly we want him on our tag. And then we'll probably add a couple more glue dots. Okay, so I want to be able to see the Christmas cheer down here. So I think I'll put it right about, I think I want it a little bit more off. That way. Yep, I got all the glue dots on there. So I think I'm going to put a couple more glue dots underneath the leaves. I didn't want to put them on there before because I didn't know where it was going to end up. Is it the Wonders of the Season ribbon? I'm not even sure. Teresa, you might be totally correct. I'd have to get the catalog out and look it up. I'll put another glue dot underneath there. Because we certainly don't want it to fall off. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And we're going to add a few embellishments, because you have to have embellishments, right? So we're going to use the holiday rhinestones and add a green one or two, and then we're going to add the wonderful gems that have the gold in them. These guys are so pretty. There you go. There's our tag. And my fingers that are all messy. So, there you go. I think I'm going to put a little more brown at the bottom. Is that the brown? Oh, now I've lost I've completely lost it. So, maybe I won't put any more brown at the bottom. Ay. There you go. Okay. Can I rest now for today? Oh, no. You don't want to know why? Because I have to make a tag tomorrow. We have packed the pantry at my church tomorrow. And while I'm not in charge of anything, thank goodness, I do have to buy groceries for pack the pantry. So that's tomorrow. I'll do a tag. Tomorrow will be in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock. Ish, my time, in the afternoon. Because I have Bible study in the evening, so I can't do this in the evening. What else? I'm trying to put my little thing back together. It fell apart. Oh, and I have beginner's card class on Monday. So, on Monday evening, brand new stamping ladies come to my house. And we do beginner's card class. Oh, I was going to show you my cards that we made today. Let me show you what we made today. So, this was the first card that we made today. In no particular order because, you know, people were everywhere in my house. So, this is the first one. Gold embossing and watercoloring on the first one. Oh, thanks, Phyllis. I'm glad you enjoy them. Here's my second card that we made today. With the polar bear. See, that's why I said you don't want a green polar bear. He's got Winkestella on him. And then here's the inside of him. And then here is the third card that we made today. At card class. My nose is itching. And this, technique here at the bottom. Do you see the little swishies on the bottom? I'll show you. I'll show you. Maybe. Maybe I will show you. Okay. I'll show you how to do that. Real quick. You take any ink pad. I'm going to use a darker color so you can see it. We used the, what did we use? Seaside Spray. I actually used Purple Posy because I had the ink pad before they discontinued it. And then we used the light gray, which is not light gray at all. It's called Smoky Slate. But that's what we did. But here's how you do this, and it is a cool little technique if you just need a background. So you're going to take the edge of your ink pad. I should do this on a tag. I will. You'll see it. So you're going to go like this. And then you're going to hold right here. And I'm going to get ink all over my card. Hold right here. And now you're going to go back and forth. Just with the corner or the edge. Is that not the coolest thing ever? But wait, it gets better when you add another color. So now we're going to add another color. I don't know if these two colors are going to look great together. How about that? Is that a nice background? You can add whatever you want. You can do as many colors as you want. You can do as few colors as you want. You can add some little splotches. You could do whatever. So there's a new background technique for you. Yeah, I'll do it on a tag. I don't know how. Maybe I'll just use this piece of paper right here. Who knows? Anyway, so we'll see. More to come. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern time, tomorrow afternoon, I will have tag number 15 for you. Okay, ladies, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.